Hello everybody and welcome back to Tinderloss Gaming's playthrough of Arkham Horror 3rd edition. This is episode 3. So welcome to the channel, welcome to this playthrough. We're going to give a very quick recap of where we got to at the end of episode 2. So let's move across to the main board. So we have progressed. We've got an anomaly here at the central Kingsport, which we need to deal with. We have put a couple of clues onto the scenario, which is good. There is one doom on it. We've got some codex cards in play. We've got some doom on the board and another anomaly up at downtown. We've got Mike McGlynn, who is got 2 sanity on him, but he's looking in good shape. He's got a clue and a couple of remnants. He's also focused a couple of skills. He's currently engaged with a Pale Lord, which we need to do 1 more damage to. Dexter Drake is not doing too bad either. He's got a Dark Pact, but he's also got a bulletproof vest, which is awesome, and he's got a remnant as well. Not too many spells, but we are getting there with him. So where we left off, we were about to move into the action phase. So just to go through where we're at in regards to the codex cards, actually I'll bring that back up. So we've got codex card 77 in play, which means that we're looking to infiltrate the Lantern Club, which is the whole idea of this scenario called the Pale Lantern. So this one, it says an encounter. You attempt to garner an invitation to the club, test influence. You may spend any amount of money to add 1 success to your roll for each dollar spent this way. If your test result is 6 or more, flip this card and resolve this encounter ability at the Hall School, which has obviously got an anomaly on it and a hovering Bayaki as well at the moment. So we need to get to the Hall School. We've also got Codex 84, Behind the Mask, which is there where there's more than 8 or more doom on the scenario sheet. Then we're going to flip this card or return this card and add another card to the codex. We've got Storm Rages, which has currently got, it started off with 3 doom on it. It's only got 1 left now, but we can resolve an encounter at the Strange High House, and we can remove 1 doom and flip the card. We've got a pass test at the High House. And we have actually got a headline in play, which is the value of each item in the display is increased by 2, which has not really affected us at the moment. Okay, so action phase. Let's start off with Mitch McGlynn, who's going to try and finish off the Pale Lord, which is this guy here. He is 4 health. We've done 3 to him already. He's -2 to our strength. He does provide a remnant. He's elusive, which means he doesn't engage, but we engaged him as an attack action, and then we can go from there. So okay. So we're going to attack the Pale Lord. Mitch is going to use his Chicago typewriter along with his strength. So he gets 5 dice for his strength, because we've focused it with 1. We're at 4 plus 1. And then using his Chicago typewriter is another 4 dice on top of that. But the Pale Lord gives us -2. So we're going to take 2 of that. So we're going to be rolling 7 dice into the Pale Lord. We need to do 1 success, 5 or 6, and we get 3 successes. So we take out the Pale Lord, which is awesome. That goes back to the front of the deck. And also Mitch gets a remnant. So he's got 3 remnants now, which is awesome. That was his first action. He's going to need to take out that hovering Bayaki in a second, which is over here. Pursuit Lurker, base 1 Doom at this space. We're not going to be able to. Yeah, he's going to put 1 onto the scenario sheet in a second, because we can't stop him this turn. Mitch has got 1 action left. What's he going to do? He is going to move into Congregational House. He's going to go 1, 2 to there. He could potentially pay money. Now let's go to Neil's Curiosity Shop for his last action. Might be able to get some stuff there. He's got enough remnants to pay for stuff, so we'll leave him there. And then next turn he'll take on the Bayaki. So Dexter, he is going to, first of all, he's going to try to ward. Going to try and ward these 2 Doom off Kingsport Harbour. 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Try and keep some of the Doom in check. So a ward action is Law. He's got 4. He's not casting a spell, so he doesn't get his Magician's Cane. So he's just going to be rolling 4 dice at it. Let's see what we get. He manages to get 1 off, because it's 5s and 6s, so that's 1 of the Doom gone. And second action, he's going to move 1, 2 to the Strange House. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. At least get one clue on the Storm Rages. That might be useful. So that is it for the action phase. Both done 2 actions. We're going to move on to the monster phase. There is only 1 monster in play, which is the Hovering Bayaki, and just so you can have a look at it. Spawn at most Doom, which we did. Pursuit, Lurker, place 1 Doom in this space. Now, because this is an anomaly, it's already got 3 in the space. It means we are going to put 1 Doom onto the scenario sheet. So we're now up to 2 Doom on the scenario sheet. Evens, honours evens, 2 clues and 2 Dooms. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So that's it for monsters. There's no other monsters on the board. Let me just check. Not engaged with any. That's good. So then we move on to the encounter phase. And let's start off with Dexter. He's in the Strange High House, so we're going to draw from the particular deck. Let's see what we get. It says William Bain is collapsed on the floor of the old house. As you rush to his aid, you see deep claw marks across his back. It might still be here, he warns. Learn these words before it returns. Gain 1 spell. That's pretty good. So let's do that first of all. Going to gain a spell from up here, and it is the Beast Within. When you perform an attack action, you may test Law. If you pass, roll 5 dice instead of your usual pool. Ignore all other modifiers. So when I perform an attack, so that's Strength, I can cast this, and he rolls 5 dice instead of his usual pool of 4. Instead of your usual pool of 2. Ignore all other modifiers. That's really good. That's actually very handy. You need to remember that. And he's got a remnant, so he can ignore. He can ignore the sanity that it would cost to cast that spell. So I'm quite happy with that. So the second part is gain. Well, yeah, you may treat his wounds or drive off the shadow that attacked him. I think Dexter feels like a guy that would treat his wounds. So let's do that. The curious old man waves off your attempts to treat his wounds with modern medicine and instead requests an ancient remedy. You may spend one remnant to apply the poultice he describes to his wounds. If you do, Bane recovers swiftly and bestows upon you the favour of the white ship. Become blessed. Oh, he's only got one remnant, but I'm going to have to spend that to become blessed. I can't not be blessed. So let's spend his remnant. Drop it on the floor. Become blessed, which means any tests I take, I roll 4, 5s and 6s. It's not for attack actions, but any tests. That's pretty good. I resolve the tests, so he is blessed. He has lost his remnant, but I think that's a price. I think that's a price worth playing to become blessed, and might help us later on in the game if I can keep hold of it. Okay, so that's it for the encounter for Dexter, and then we're going to go to the encounter for. Should have remembered, obviously this is an anomaly, so I'm not going to get to Neil's curiosity shop, so we're going to roll off. We're going to get off the anomaly deck, and I have been making some mistakes that were to my detriment actually. I was looking at the amount of doom in the area, not in the neighbourhood, so I've been rolling on the high areas for this, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So it's my detriment, so it's not too bad. It's bad, but it's not too bad. So for example, it's got 0, 1 to 2, 3. That's the amount of doom in your space. So I've been going at 3 plus because obviously there's loads of doom in the area, but obviously it's not. It's in the neighbourhood. So there's 0. There's no doom here. So we look at the 0. You stand on the strange landscape of a crystal tower on the horizon. Looking up, you see the Earth. You see the Earth where the moon should be. You cry out to the night sky for help. Influence. So he needs to do an influence test. He rolls 3 dice. Needing 1 success. This is how tonight's going to go. We roll 3 1s. Oh dear, oh dear. If you pass, Winged Knight Gaunts descend to your age or journey. Remove 1 doom from any space in your neighbourhood, which we didn't do. There's no negatives on that one, which is good, but hey ho, we don't get to remove any doom. We don't get to remove any doom. So that's both of the encounters done for Dexter and Mitch. We move on to the Mythos phase. So let's, as we always do, start with Mitch. He's going to pull 2 out of the bag. 1 there, and let's go that one. So this one's his first one, which is a clue. So we spawn a clue at the merchant district. So they'll put that there for a second. Put the clue on the merchant district, take the top 2 cards of this deck, sweep those into there, try and not to remember where they were, and put that back down there. That was his first one. His second one was another clue. Central Kingsport has an anomaly on it, so we worked this one out before. It actually does go on there, you just can't do anything with it for the time being. So that's going to go underneath there, ready for later on. And then same thing, we take the top 2 cards of the Central Kingsport deck and then move these cards into there. Give them a good old shuffle, try not to look at what we're doing. And then those 2 or 3 go on the top there. That was Mitch done. And then 2 out for Dexter. His first one is a blank, and his second one is a blank. Okay. Fairly harmless and positive Mythos phase. I will take that every day of the week. Okay, We then move back to the action phase. First things first, Mitch is going to move in 1 there and engage the hovering Bayaki, who has 3 health, -1 strength. Pursuit. After this monster is dealt damage by an investigator in another space, it moves towards that investigator. Okay, we haven't done that. And it does 2 damage and 1 sanity to us. So we need to take this out hopefully in 1 hit. Okay, what have we got? Well, it's straightforward. 5 dice for his strength, we're focused. 4 dice for the Chicago typewriter, 2-handed. -1, so we take 1 of those dice away. So we're down to 8 dice. Needing 5s and 6s. Come on, Nick. Give those a good shake and let them go. Oh, so close. So close. So we get 2 hits on the Bayaki. Anything I can do there? No. 2 hits on the Bayaki. We didn't take a test, did we? For the, just want to check, make sure. I gained a spell. I treated his wounds. So there was actually no tests there. So I just wanted to double check because I wanted. You have to pass a test, and there's an encounter. We haven't passed a test there. So okay. So Michael has another. No, he moved and attacked. That's what he did. Okay. And then we'll go on to Dexter. He was going to stay there, I think. I think he's going to stay there. Because we're just trying to get this high house encounter bit done. It's going to be a bit of a waste of a turn. He can't focus anymore. He's got 2 focus already. He's at his limit because he's got 2 spells. I can gain money once, so he'll gain $1. I think that's pretty much all he's going to be able to do because I want to leave him there. I want to try and get this clue. So that is it for him. Monster phase. We are going to get hit by the hovering Bayaki for 2 and then 1. 2 and then 1. So that's going to go to 3. Oh dear. Mitch is on the edge of sanity. And then 2 damage. 2 damage. We need to get him some healing. Where can he heal? Congregation Hospital. He's going to be able to heal damage. It's not the damage so much, it's the sanity. Where can I go for sanity? TikTok Club. We could go to the TikTok Club and pay money. Okay, that's something to think about. But the monster phase has done that. He doesn't do anything else. He just attacks us. Really, we could have done with killing him, but there we go. Okay. We then go on to the encounter phase, and we'll start off with Mitch again. He's going to be drawing an anomaly, but he's in a space now with 3 doom. This is what I mean about this card. We're going to now look at the bottom, which says 3 doom on it. One of Nyarlathotep's Shantax has flown you high into the night sky and dropped you. Will -2. He's got 1 He's got 3 will, so he's going to be down to 1. See? Good dice roll here would be nice. Nope, he fails. If you pass, you are conscious when Nodens catches you in his chariot, and he rewards your courage with a rune-carved conch shell. Remove 3 doom from your space and gain a remnant. Okay, not great. That we didn't pass, because we could have removed all 3, got rid of the anomaly and actually gained a remnant. But we don't. There's nothing negative there, which is good. And then we're going to move on to Dexter, who is going to take his encounter at the Strange High House. Let's see what he gets from those up. On the high rocks enveloped by otherworldly fog, you may focus 2 skills of your choice, even if it exceeds your limit. Okay, that's really good. 2 skills of our choice, even if it exceeds the limit. So let's go clearly with law and strength. Law and strength. Sort of pretty much maxed out at pluses, so that's good. That's good, so you can see that. Now I've got 4 focused skills, which is good. You see the sails and rigging of a ship below you. You climb so high, surely the water cannot be so near. You may call out to the crew of the vessel or attempt to sneak aboard. Again, Dexter doesn't feel like a sort of coolly out guy. He feels more like a bit of a sneaky guy. So I'm going to go with sneak aboard. Okay. It says you drop onto the dock as quietly as you can and are startled to see the crew conversing wordlessly with a night ghoul. Test will. 2. Come on, Dexter. Should have focused will. There you go. Never mind. We pass with a 6. Good old Dexter. If you pass, you watch quietly and learn how the crew of the white ship manipulates reality. Gain 1 spell. Right, if we fail, blah blah blah. So Dexter, in the space of a couple of turns, has increased his spells quite nicely, and we get intervene, 2-handed. Once per round, while another investigator on any space is resolving a test, you may test law -1. Add your test result to the other investigator's test result. That's really good. Once per round. I need to remember that. It does cost 2 sanity. It does cost 2 sanity. I need to get some remnants onto Dexter. We passed a test. We passed a test at the Strange High House, which means we are going to flip this over to a clue, which is what we've been trying to do. So that's that done. There's nothing more we can do on that now. So yeah, that's cool. So Mitch is done with his encounter. Dexter's done with his encounter. We move on to the Mythos phase. And I think there's only two tokens left in there. There is. So we'll take these 2 out first of all. And this is Mitch to start off with. And his first one is going to be blank. And his second one is going to be resolving a doom. So let's see where the doom goes. Kingsport Harbour at the rope and anchor. Well, I'm running out of doom tokens here. The rope and anchor, doom, that goes on the bottom there, so we know where it is. So that was it for Mitch. So I'm just going to put all these back in the bag and then draw 2 for Dexter. Let's see what we get. Good old shape. Good old mix around. Around the bag. Good old shake up. And we're going to draw 2 out for Dexter. First one, second one. So first one is a Doom. Going to go on to Downtown. Downtown has an anomaly on it, so that is going to go straight on to the scenario. Oh, we can use one of these because we've now got 3 on there. That gives us a couple to play with. I've got some more, it doesn't matter, that's fine. And then Monster going to come out. We're going to get a robed figure. Spawn at the unstable space, which is, according to this, last place of Doom is Independence Square. And as Patrol is going to move towards the unstable space. So Independence Square is going to go there. And he's going to stay there for the time being until another unstable space card is drawn out through that. So that was it for the Mythos phase. Not bad. Not bad. We move back to the action phase. Right, what would we need to do here? You may attempt to garner an invitation to the club. Test influence. He's got 3. Dexter's got 4. And spend any amount of money. You may spend any amount of money to add 1 success to your roll for each dollar spent this way. If the test result is 6 or more, flip this card. Resolve this encounter ability only at the hall. School. You may attempt to garner an invest. You may spend any amount of money. I take it you can spend more two people's money on it then, or is it just the person doing it? Influence of 3. I spend 2. I've got 2 successes and I need 6. Oh, I need some more money. If I get more money, yeah. Okay, well Mitch is going to grab some money to start off with for his first action. He's up to 3, and he's going to need at least 1 more. Oh yeah, so Mitch has spent 1 money, or gained $1 as his first action. Second action is going to attempt to ward, and he is going to be chucking 2 law at it. Let's see what happens. Doesn't do anything. That's it for Mitch. Dexter. He's going to come across and try and help. He's going to come across and go 1, 2 to there. Okay. I might have a way of doing this. Yeah, we might do. But we're too late for this turn now. Got the intervene spell, which we can use. Okay. So we now go on. Oh! Nope, sorry. My apologies. I'm going to have to backtrack this a little bit. I shouldn't. No, that's wrong. Shouldn't have done that. I'll take Mitch's $1 back. The ward, I'll have to let go. He's only going to use 1. Yeah, I should have attacked the hovering Becky. I can't leave that. Sorry, my apologies. So let's attack the hovering Becky for his first action, and his second action would be to ward, hopefully if he's killed it. So yeah, sorry about that. So he's going to do 5 strength, and then 4 from the typewriter, but -1. So chucking 8 dice. So he needs to do 1 wound. He needs to do 1 wound. Oh, my dice rolling tonight is terrible. But I do manage to get the 1, which does kill the hovering Becky. Does get a remnant for that. And that will, his second action would be to ward. Sorry about that. I forgot that was there. So that's all good. So he didn't gain his dollar. He's attacked it, killed it, and then warded. And that's Mitch done. So action from Dexter was to go 1, 2 to here, and then gain $1, which I think I did. If I haven't, that's my own fault. I'm not going to get. There's $1 on Dexter there, which I think I gave it to him. But if I didn't, then that's my penance for getting it wrong and doing a bit of hot tub time machining. Okay, cool. So that's it for the action phase. Monster phase, and that's the point where I remembered. Oh, I've got a monster. Monster phase. We've got a rogue figure who is going to move towards the unstable space, and that still remains independent square through up here. Not going to go anywhere else. Engage highest influence, so that's fine. That's it for monsters. There's no other monsters on the table. Encounter phase. We'll do Mitch of his anomaly first of all. Reading one of the number 3. The Men of Ling give you a blood-soaked gem. You look deep into the stone and see a horrific fate for Arkham. Test will -1. So he's rolling 2 dice. He's rolling 2 dice. He doesn't pass. If you fail, you see the blood. You see your blood is in the gem. Become cursed. Tonight's session is not going that great. Thought we were getting there. I thought we were getting there, but we have all of a sudden hit a bit of a roadblock. But there we go. That's part of the game. So he is cursed, which means he's now only rolling 6s, which is really bad because we wanted him to be doing the influence test. But it is what it is. We're going to have a go at it. And I would say, can you do this encounter while there's an anomaly on there? I don't think you can, because you have to, when you take an encounter when there's an anomaly, you have to take from the anomaly date. I could be wrong. Again, let me know in the comments. The way I'm going to play it is that would normally replace a normal encounter, whereas when there's an anomaly there, you can't do that. I would say. I could be wrong. I could be doing myself out of it, but that's the way I'm going to play it. So that was it for Mitch's encounter, and then Dexter's going to take his encounter at the Kingsport Harbour. Let's see what he gets. He is at St Erasmus's home. Granny Orne sits alone with a sad expression. You try to cheer her up, hoping she'll recall better times. Test influence. His influence 4. And as it's a test, he needs 4s, 5s and 6s. He passes. He passes. If you pass, her mood improves and she offers you a gift. Gain 1 common item. Okay, let's put that back. Let's see what we've got in regards to common items. Well, there are only 2. The leather coat, which is 3 health and 0 sanity, or map of Arkham. Whilst you're in a street space, monsters do not engage you unless you attack them. Well, clearly I am going to be taking the leather coat, because another 3 health would be awesome for him with his bulletproof vest. So let's add that to the list of things that Dexter's got. So he's got an additional 7 health at the minute. No, 9 health with Magician's Cane. That boy's rocking it at the minute. Mitch, on the other hand, is not looking too great. Oh, I just need to replace the leather coat, and what we get is Grimm's Fairy Tales. Action: an investigator or ally in your space recovers 1 sanity. That's not too bad, but that is going to cost us 6 to get it, unless we get a way of getting it through these other actions and or items. So that was it for the encounter phase. Moving on to the mythos phase. Mitch is going first, and he is going to get 1 and 2. Nice for him. A doom and a blank. So the doom is going to go to Kingsport Harbour, and it's going to go to the rope and anchor, which does mean in the next monster phase, this dude is going to, dude is going to come towards the rope and anchor, because that's now the unstable space. We need to remember that when we do the monster phase. So that was it for me. And then we get 2 for Dexter, which we're going to draw out, and we're going to get 1 and 2, a doom and a headline. So we'll do the doom first of all. Doom first of all, and that's going to be Kingsport, Central Kingsport. We know it can't go on there because there's an anomaly on it, so it comes onto the character sheet or the scenario sheet. So that means we're going to get another doom. 4 doom on the character sheet. Just check, let's see what we've got. 8 or more doom, and the unstable space now becomes Hall School. Hall School. Okay, that's it for the mythos phase. We then move back to the action phase. We need to clear. Yeah, so I'm going to activate Dexter, who's going to go 1, 2. He's going to spend his dollar for 3. Take him into the high school, and for his second action he's going to do a ward, which means he's going to be putting 5 dice against it. 5 dice against it, needing 4s. Needing 4s. This is a test, so blessed comes into it. Oh, you are joking me. You are joking me. Seriously, dice. So out of the 5, I managed to do 1. Have I got any re-rolls? No, I haven't got any re-rolls at all. Once per round. Hang on a second. Dexter Drake, magical gift. It is a lore action. Once per round, while resolving a lore test, you may re-roll 1 or all of your dice. Clearly, I'm going to roll all of them because it's 1 or all of them. Come on. That's better. That's actually better. That is good. That is better. Oh, 4, 5s and 6s is a success. We get 3. Oh my goodness me. Tense. I'm tense, I am. 3 up there, which means the anomaly goes. So that's Dexter done. That's Dexter done. And then what we're going to do is we are going to declare infiltration. We're going to attempt to pass the encounter card here. So you may attempt to garner invitation to the club, test influence. but we need to remember intervene here as well. So we're going to try and resolve the test. First of all, he's going to spend $2 to get 2 successes. Sorry, let's put that there so you can see it. Something like that. So he's currently got 2 successes. He needs 6. His influence is 3. And he's rolling, he needs 6s. One of these would be nice. One of these would be just a 1 6. He gets 1. He gets 1. Would have had 2 from Cursed. He does get a success. That moves up to 3. It does mean that Cursed goes. So it says when resolving a test, only 6s count as successes. After you pass a test, which we have, if you have become blessed, discard this card. So Cursed is gone. Or is it? If we pass the test. I think we have. I'm going to count that as we have. Doesn't say anything about it that we can't. So I'm going to take that. He's rolled a 6. So we're currently at 3 successes. And also, Dexter is going to intervene. It's going to cost him 2 sanity, which he's going to have to take, but it is what it is. Can I put any sanity on anything? Not really, no. So it's going to cost him 2 sanity. Once per round, whilst the investigator on any space is resolving a test, you may test law -1. Add your test results to the other investigator's result. So his law is 4. His law is 5 because he's focused. I am casting a spell, which is intervene, so I get +2. So we're going to roll 7 dice. 4s and 5s and 6s. 4s, 5s and 6s. Oh, you beauty. 3, 4, 5. Nearly passed it on his own. So that means we have added the 5 here to the 3, which is 8, which is more than 6. Oh, so sorry, I forgot to show the dice tray there. My apologies, but we did definitely pass it. I'll take them out now, but we definitely passed it. We rolled 5 successes. Okay, so infiltration. Get excited now. If your test result is 6 or more, flip this card. Resolve this ability only at Hall School, which is where we're at. Membership perks. The invitation arrives on alabaster stationery with the silver filigree, accompanied by a bone white mask that fits your face like a second skin. You've joined the Lantern Club and can use your new position to uncover information about the group's mysterious leader, the Bloodless Man. However, the ranking members of the group remain elusive. After your meetings with them, you can't even remember what it is they've asked you to do. Action. Spend 2 clues from the scenario sheet and resolve a gate burst to add card 79 to the codex inner workings side up and add card 82 to the codex. Okay. Alright. We can do that. Reckoning, each investigator tests will, and each investigator that fails places 1 doing. Okay. Now, if memory serves me correctly, that was Mick's first action, which was to do the test. I know it took a bit longer than the normal actions, but that was his first action. We have 2 clues on the scenario sheet. So for his second action, which is the membership perks here, he is going to spend 2 clues from the scenario sheet and resolve a gate burst to add 79 to the codex. So let's take the 2 clues off the pale lantern and spend those, and resolve a gate burst. The gate burst is going to happen at Kingsport Harbour. So there's going to be 1 doom added to each of them. So 1, 2, 3, which does then mean there's an anomaly here because there's 3 clues in one place. So that's going to happen. So that's the gate burst resolved. We then take all of these, mix them all around. Don't look at the bottom card, and then put these on there like that. And that goes back there. Let's have a look. Resolve a gate burst. Add card 79 to the codex. Inner workings, and add card 82 to the codex. Okay, 79 and 82. 79 and 82. $79, $82, and then that one goes back. $79, $82, and that one goes back. So that's 77. Just make sure I keep my codex all up to date. Goes back at 77. Cool. Alrighty. 79 reads, moving discreetly through the Lantern Club's activities, you find a troubling reoccurrence throughout their dealings. Reference to some commodity traded to allies from beyond this world in exchange for valuable red gemstones and the favour of the bloodless man. Somehow the club is siphoning off memories, hopes and dreams of those they abduct, leaving the living fragments of their prey to wander Arkham streets as dazed, anemic... Oh, I can't read that. Husks. You do your best to sabotage the club's operations, but temptation to give in to the greed is constant, and you can feel a strange impulse and an alien presence lurking at the edge of your mind. Investigators may use influence instead of law as part of a ward action. Okay. Reckoning, each investigator tests will -1. Each investigator that fails gains $1 and places 1 doom on their space. Okay. So that's inner workings. We'll just move that up out of the way for the time being. And then we've got Steal the Lantern. The Lantern Club uses the magical artifact called the Pale Lantern to make their victims docile and to control the hapless socialites who fill their ranks. The no-marks who lead the club profit from it all, callously serving the psyches of their victim to their wretched master, the bloodless man. This artifact, which is never far away from the otherworldly creature who controls the Lantern Club, is a key to their foul work. You will need to choose your moment carefully. It is certainly defended, but you must get your hands on it. Only then can you determine how best to dispose of the blasted thing. Action. Test observation -1 to steal the lantern. As part of this test, investigators in your space may spend any number of focus or clues to add an equal number of successes. If your test result is 4 or more, flip this card. Perform this action only at the Hall School, which is where we're at. So that was Mitch's second action. Okay, lot to remember, lot to keep going with. So we're now going to move on to the monster phase. The unstable space actually has gone because there's no card here, so that reverts now, as I understand it, back to the starting space, which is here, River Docks. So that's going to go 1, 2 to there. Okay. No other monsters in play. We're all good. Encounter phase. Both of them are going to get an encounter at the Hall School. So let's go with Mitch first of all. We always do. So that's Central Kingsport and the Hall School. Hopefully we're going to get a clue. Nope. So Hall School. A group of students are clustered around an unfamiliar figure. You strike up a conversation hoping to impress the stranger. Test influence. So this is Mitch. His influence of 3. 5s and 6s. Now we've got rid of cursed. So 3 dice. That's more like it. That is more like it. If you pass, you persuade the teenage girls to introduce you. Gain 1 ally. Nice. Okay, hopefully it's a sanity soak. Let's hope and it's a, well, let's get that on there so you can see it. Let's see what ally we're going to get. Yes! Prudence Douglas. After you assign 1 or more horror to this ally while casting a spell, you may deal 1 damage to a monster in your space or an adjacent space. Oh my god. She is awesome on all accounts. So that's just really helped us. So that goes to the bottom. Goes to the bottom, and then we get a card here which is a clue card. All School. Several influential families send their children here. You speak to a woman dropping off her daughter and ask about the secret society in Kingsport. Test influence. So Dexter is influence 4 with his focus. See what he gets. Let's put his dice tray on so we know what we're doing. He passes. If you pass, her response is enigmatic, but it confirms your suspicions. Gain 1 clue from your neighbourhood. Lovely. So Dexter's going to get a clue. And that goes back up here. Okay. That was it for the encounter phase. We now move on to the mythos phase. We are going to get, first of all, for Mitch, his first one is going to be Gate Burst. His second one is going to be a Reckoning. Oh, delightful, Mitch. Delightful. So the Gate Burst is going to happen at downtown. Ooh. Right. So what I would say here is we can't actually apply the Doom, which would be 1, 2, 3, to the neighbourhood, to the area. So that 3 goes straight on to the scenario card, I would say, to be fair. Can't place it there. There would be 3 Doom that would go on, so they all actually go on to there. Then what we do is we move these around a bit. It's a bit pointless this bit, but 2 cards is typical, so I do that. And then the Reckoning. So let's start off with the Pale Lantern Reckoning. Each investigator with a Doom in their space suffers 1 horror. No Doom here. Then we're going to work our way across the board to see what we get. The next one is up on one of the codexes. Reckoning Inner Workings. Each investigator tests his will -1. Each investigator fails, gains $1 and places a Doom in that space. Okay, so start off with Mitch. His will of 3 -1 is 2. Let's see what he gets. He passes. His dice have got hot for him all of a sudden. So it's only if they fail. So Dexter is he is will 2, goes down to 1, but he needs a 4. It's a test. Come on. He fails. He fails. Gains $1. He does gain $1. He gains $1, and he also puts 1 Doom on his space. So that's that reckoning. Then we go on to the Storm Rages. Oh, this is where it's going. This is where it's going to come in. It's remove one doom from this card. Then there's no doom to flip it. So there is no doom. So we've got going to flip it. The storm subsides, and you can see a clear blue light beckoning you from the top of the cliff. Though the people around you claim they cannot see it, you know an ally awaits you at the strange high house in the mists. Do you dare to delay your investigations into the Lantern Club long enough to help them? For each clue on this card, place a focus token of your choice on this card, then discard those clues. After an investigator resolves an encounter at Strange High House, they may choose and test a skill. If they pass, they place a focus token matching that skill. When this card has 3 or more different focus tokens on it, add Codex card 88. Okay, it's not too bad. So what skill are we going to put on it? Well, they're both not focus will at the moment, so just in case, we'll go with will to start off with. Go with will. So that was that reckoning done. Then we come across to the player area, and there is only one reckoning here, which is the Dark Pact for Dexter Drake. Oops. The Dark Pact. So he needs a 4, 5, or 6 to pass. Or no, actually no. Roll 1 dice on a 1. Your debt has become 2. Oh. That's the second time he's rolled a 2 for the Dark Pact. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. So that was it for Mitch. And then we go across to Dexter. He's going to draw 2. Which is going to be headline and then a clue. So headline first. You suffer 1 horror for each monster in your neighbourhood. None. So that's good. And then the clue is going to go at Uptown. And then we just shuffle that. Shuffle that into there. I'm going to try and steal the lantern. There we go. And that's the end of the Mythos phase. And I think we're around about an hour now, so we're gonna leave that there for today, or for tonight. Game of 2 halves, that one. We managed to progress the storyline quite nicely. Mitch has now got an ally in play, which is really helping out his sanity. He was down to 1 sanity. He's pretty tanked up on remnants though. So that would be, you know, they're good. Can you give those any number of possessions? Is a remnant a possession? Does a remnant count as a possession? I'll check that before we play the next scenario, you know, the next round. But I think we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, it's looking a bit dicey in regards to anomalies and doom, but we're having to focus all of our energy, you know, getting this lantern, getting that all sorted. So I don't think I've done too bad that game. There was one error there that I caught, which I had to just backtrack a little bit. I don't like doing that, but it was quite a biggie because I missed the monster, and it would have pretty much killed Mitch in all likelihood. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying the game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving this scenario. It's really thematic, and you know, it's a lot to think about, a lot going on, which I really enjoy. So like I say, I hope you're enjoying the game. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.